This is episode 2 of Doctor Who that I'm going to show you a few sections from. Rose and the Doctor are arriving at a space station overlooking the world in the year 5 billion. What is shot in camera is Rose and the Doctor against a monitor that looks like this. So this is Rose's first arrival at the space station, and this is the first time she's been into space, so she's quite wowed by it all. But in order to progress the cut and see whether or not I've held the shot long enough, I use a shot that we have just of a still shot that our matte artist makes, who just draws the various pictures of what the things will look like, space stations, the world and the sun behind, and I fill that in with the green screen, and then I can add a little shield going down. So that's my sort of temp effect to show roughly what's going to happen. It lets you know you're floating, it lets us start to explore how we think the visual effect will be made. I can then give that to Will, our chums at the mill. They put a more sophisticated door, portal opening, and then the world below, and the sun in the distance. My temps can be extremely crude because they're there really just to give the director and I an idea of whether or not we've left enough time for our visual effects guys to do the sort of shot we want. So as you'll see, this little sequence, which is the sun exploding, is pretty crude, but it allows us to know
the day the sun expands
that something's going to happen. And then as the mill are able to give us their first temp back, it of course looks so much more professional. That's why it's very important for you as an editor to be able to interpret what's going on and understand how it will look when you've finished. And the same with the sound effects, you're going to add those, so you're playing those over in your head as well. And we kind of know how to fill it all in, I suppose. So I've got my temp music track here as well. 500,000 mouse clicks. And then the sequence I can add and play some music with.
You lot. You spend all your time thinking about dying. Like you're going to get killed by eggs or beef or global warming or asteroids. But you never take time to imagine the impossible. That maybe you survive.
This is the day the sun expands.
Welcome to the end of the world.
And that's how episode 2 starts.